Yo, what's up, guys? Joker bringing you another video for the 3.24 Necropolis League, going over my day 3 recap. Overall, day 3 did not bring us very much change. We went ahead and I think we only upgraded our amulet, but that's pretty much it, right? So we are level 92 and we have the same reses that we previously had. We have over 7k for life and 7.3k for mana. And I know I said in the last video, hey, I'm probably not going to be upgrading my gear much more, but I've just been farming currency. So the only thing I bought was this amulet, and this amulet was only like 50C. The biggest change would be the fact that I paid for a 5-slot map device by paying for a completion of a T17 map. If we go ahead and take a look at the currency tab, we have 5 divines, 63 ancient orbs, and our atlas looks like this, right? Where we're essentially farming scarabs, Harby, and Lig Mechanic. I'll have the atlas tree down in the description in case you want to follow it, and I'll have our passive tree down in the description in case you want to follow it. We still only have 2 watchstones because I've been too lazy to pay for a maven or an elder fight. Um, so we haven't done those yet. And if we go ahead and take a look at Wealthy Exile, which is going to be the which is going to be pretty much the POE stack of the league because POE stack got discontinued, right? So this is what we're going to be using to roughly price check ourselves. It says I have a wealth of 33 divines, which I guess that'd be pretty good at day 3, but I'd say more liquid, probably 15. I mean, I do have a shit ton of scarabs, right? I've been farming a lot of scarabs. So if I did choose to sell these, I probably would have a pretty penny, but I'm farming them mainly for myself, right? What else did we change? Oh, we went ahead and we played around with the league mechanic a little bit, seeing what we could craft, figuring it out, what we could figure out. Grimro has a really good video going over it in more detail, but TLDR, don't do it right now, right? TLDR, do not do the league mechanic right now. It's just not in a good state, right? I'm going to keep playing around with it, but the fact that we have in an inventory of 64 corpses, and for any decent craft, you're going to want to use at least 64 corpses, you're kind of extremely bottlenecked, right? So, fingers crossed here tomorrow, GGG decides to like up the drop rate of the corpses by 10 and ups the drop rate and ups the capacity by like 10 as well as updates the UI because right now it's trash. You probably heard a bunch of people complain about it, but I'd say that there is a lot of potential, especially the more I play around with it, right? Because like if we go ahead and take a look at this helmet is actually pretty nutty, right? 386 ES, and then it has 46 cold res and 43 lightning res. But this is not a common experience. More likely, you're going to get things like this, and things like this, unless you spend an insane amount of time and effort looking at Craft of Exile, right? But in my last video, I did go ahead and let's show Craft of Exile real quick and show you what I mean, right? So for this helmet, what I did is I went ahead and I blocked off strength and dex, making sure that it was an int base, and then I focused on defensive modifiers, right? Making sure that these were the only things that could roll. Then I went ahead and I did less life to take this out of the pool, and I did less mana to take this out of the pool. That way, I pretty much knew that I was going to be getting max ES, max energy shield, and energy shield recharge rate, potentially the hybrids as well, right? So that's what I went ahead and did. And then I did elemental. I did elemental to bump me up and get the highest elemental chance. On something like a helmet, it was the easiest. Then I went ahead, I gave it 30 quality because I knew that energy shield is based off quality. And then I used the modifier that re-rolls the rarity of the item a couple of times. I did 10 times, so I knew I was going to get a decent item. And then I increased the level a couple of times with items as well. So as you can see, T1, T2, T2, T1, T1. So like everything on it, Mark was right. You can guarantee T1 and T2 modifiers. It just, there is a lot of RNG around it, and it takes a lot of time and effort, especially with how it's set up right now. You need to get extremely lucky. I mean, but if we go ahead and take a look at this, there's one other guy that had, oh wow, there's actually one other guy now. Let's actually bump this up and see if there's still one other guy. Nope. Okay. So I still technically have like the highest ES Huber circlet that has res on it, right? So the only way that I think this could be better is instead of energy charge rate, I went ahead and I got like the third resistance, like chaos or something, but it's fine, right? So I have a pretty decent item that I made with the league mechanic. I'm happy about that. I believe I showed everything else off. Like I said, my atlas is going to be down in the description, and my POB is going to be down in the description. I don't want this video to be much longer, so quick recap at the end. Don't do the league mechanic, but do do use scarabs. Scarabs are insanely fun, right? Like 10 out of 10. I really appreciate the scarab rework, even though I've tested a bunch of them so far. I've tested Harvest, I've tested Essence, I've tested, what else did I test? I tested Harvey. I probably should have tested more than that, but that's all I've tested so far because those are the only mechanics I really enjoy, right? But yeah, Scarab rework, 10 out of 10. League mechanic, 3 out of 10, honestly. I recommend going Fear of the Light because it makes you not drop all flames, which all flames haven't been all that impressive, but it like saves you time and you still get the benefit of the league mechanic. And then with corpses, if you are going to play around with it, you do need to have Geminite Haunting, which gives you the 25% chance for additional corpses, as well as divisive souls and condensed souls to go ahead and get those modifier mods, right? But yeah, that's pretty much it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to stay up to date with this and future content. And until next time, take care.